So a chromosome is defined as having a central mirror. So if we draw a chromosome, just drawing it as lines instead of drawing it as coiled up DNA like we were doing earlier, if we simplify that, we can actually draw it like an X. And you'll notice that I drew this side and then I drew this side. The reason why is because a chromosome is shaped like this, not like this. It's shaped like this because one side and the other side are exact copies of each other. So this side has exactly the same genetic information as this side. This is an exact copy of this. So chromosomes can be single-stranded or they can be double-stranded. So let's draw what that would look like. So chromosomes can be either single-stranded. Let's go back. Chromosomes can either be single-stranded or chromosomes can be double-stranded. So this chromosome is called a single chromosome. This chromosome is called a replicated chromosome. And a replicated chromosome has two sister chromatids. So replicated chromosomes have chromatids. Single chromosomes do not. Now, this location right here in the center, this is merely the center of the chromosome. This is called the centromere. And I say this is merely the center of the chromosome. It's the centromere. The centromere is the location where the sister chromatids are actually attached to each other. So chromosomes can be single-stranded or they can be double-stranded. So if they're single-stranded, it's a single chromosome. If it's double-stranded, it's a replicated chromosome. Both of these are considered chromosomes. Both are chromosomes. Okay, so 1/2 of a duplicated chromosome is a chromatid, just like we said here. If you have both of them, or when you have when they're together, they look like this, and you have sister chromatids. Both halves of a duplicated chromosome are identical. So sister chromatids are identical, and they're held together by a centromere. So body cells are considered diploid. We said humans have 46 chromosomes. That means they have 23 pairs of chromosomes, or they have 23 homologs or homologous pairs. Homo means same. So these 23 pairs, let me draw one homologous pair of chromosomes or this is a homologous pair. Now, this homologous pair is also known as a tetrad, or aka also known as a tetrad. Now, tetrad, the prefix tetra is or means 4, and you can see it's called a tetrad because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. What? We have 4 sister chromatids. That's why a homologous pair is also called a tetrad. So each half of the chromosome comes from the parent, or comes from each parent. So in order to make a human, you need 23 chromosomes from mom, and you need 23 chromosomes from dad. So in somatic cells are also known, are known as body cells. They are diploid. Di means two. That's why the two is here. They're diploid because they contain all of the chromosomes that came from the egg from the mother and came from the sperm from the father. So 2N is 2 sets of chromosomes. And this is one from mom and one from dad. That's where the 2 comes from. N is the number of chromosomes in a set. So in humans, N is 23, because if you take 23 times 2, you get 46. So a diploid cell is, a body cell is a diploid cell. It is considered 2N. These cells have 2 copies of every chromosome. So if you have one chromosome that looks like this, and this chromosome codes for red sleeves inside blue sleeves. If we had another chromosome next to that, so if we have this one codes for red sleeves inside blue sleeves, and this one would code for either red sleeves inside blue sleeves. So right here is that gene, red sleeves inside blue sleeves. There's a gene here that also codes for sleeve color. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as this other one, but it does have to code for sleeve color. So let's say this one said no sleeves. So these two genes on homologous chromosomes code for the exact same genetic information, but maybe not the exact same type. So for example, one could code for earlobes that are attached versus earlobes that are not attached, or you could have right-handedness versus left-handedness, and so on. So in somatic cells, chromosomes pair up to form homologous pairs, and we talked about that. Humans have 23 homologous pairs of autosomes. So let me explain what that is. We have autosomal chromosomes, and we have sex chromosomes. That's an A right there. So autosomal chromosomes have to do with everything except for gender. So these are chromosomes that are not sex chromosomes. That's a terrible definition, but we're going to go with that for now. Sex chromosomes are chromosomes that code for gender. So whether you're male or female. So if you are a male, then you have got an X chromosome that you got from your mom, and you have a Y chromosome that you got from your dad. This would be a male. If you are female, you would have an X chromosome that you got from your dad, and you would have an X chromosome that you got from your mom, and you would be female. So females are XX, males are XY, and that has to do with your sex chromosomes. So there are 23 homologous pairs of chromosomes. 22 are autosomal pairs, and there's one pair of sex chromosomes. When you add these two together, you get 23. And as you can see, that's the end of the PowerPoint. I hope this went well, and you need to take a scan of your notes and you need to turn them in on Access. Have a great day.